I just decided to do a hangout because I just felt bored with that, and I was gonna go on the Bible Thumping Wingnut later on.
Why do you bother?
I like seeing Matt Slick's reactions. They're amusing to me. Then I want him to explain that whole demon thing. Like, what the fuck is up with that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm honestly I'm in the middle of losing patience with a lot of people on G+, so I'm just kind of like lurking at the moment. But I haven't lost patience with you, so that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just interesting topics are always taken over by pre-sup, and it's just like, well, there goes a perfectly reasonable conversation.
I guess one could say that. I mean, I kind of felt that with Darwin's deity over the last three rounds. Well, especially the third one.
What do you mean 3 rounds?
On Darwin's greatest hits.
I didn't know there was some. Well, I know about Darwin's greatest hits, but I haven't watched anything. I've watched your first round because I know that Xbox linked me to it, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, there were 2 other bouts we had.
Oh boy,
I don't know. I guess I'm sadomasochistic. I don't fucking know.
No, I mean, a lot of people still go into his hangouts and try their hand at reasonable conversation. It's just, if someone's blatantly being dishonest, then you can't have a reasonable conversation. They're going to do everything they can to avoid it. So why bother? Like, I'm far too charitable anyway. So by the time that we actually get to the meat of the fucking conversation, he's redefined things or he's using improper terms, and I don't feel like asking. So what do you mean by absolute? What do you mean by knowledge? What do you mean by fundamental? I don't.
I mean, I don't mind it if so long as it's an actual dialogue, and it's hard. You almost got to fight to have a question answered.
Like if Antonio were asking, I know Antonio actually doesn't know the pre-sup argument. He just doesn't, right? He's just mimicking what he's heard. So that's fine. If Antonio were to ask me, I wouldn't lose patience. But it's the fact that I know DD knows better, especially given that he's been here for long enough to know better. That's all.
I mean, he knows better. He just chooses not to.
I mean, how many times has someone asked him for a logical proof of his circular... Well, he claims that his argument is entirely virtuously circular, but it's still a valid argument for God's existence. Then provide it. He just simply asserts there wouldn't be a basis for rationale without the Christian God. Right, that's an assertion. That's not a logical argument. That's not a logical proof or an argument. So I'll give you another chance. Go ahead. Just give me your premises and draw your conclusion. And nothing. And I was sitting there in an off-air hangout just waiting. He kept asking me questions. I said, listen, I'm still waiting for your argument. And I'm not going to budge until you do, because I don't want to misrepresent you. And I'm trying to be charitable as fuck. Like, I really... I don't know why I bothered. I guess I was just bored and wanted someone to talk to, but... Jesus Christ. He's just...
Yeah. Well, charitable doesn't go with that guy, I'm afraid.
It's almost...
But you see, that's why I don't want to talk to him on air. Because if I do, I'm basically just going to concede everything and just do anything as quickly as possible just to end the conversation, to go back on topic.
Yeah. I think is end position, so to speak, comes down to, yes, it's virtuously circular. And virtuously circular means appealing to an authority, which in itself have an appeal to, right? So anything which you can't appeal, any final authority which can't have an appeal is a final authority. That makes it virtuously circular. So in the case of logic, right, that would be virtuously circular, because you have to appeal to logic to prove logic.
But that's just the problem.
Yeah, but then you ask, but hold on. Then you ask, like, where in any other situation does that vicious virtuous circle actually like apply? Like where?
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't. It simply doesn't. It's made up terminology in order to justify circular reasoning and avoid the fallacious argument.
Well, then the argument comes, it's through revelation.
Oh yeah, special revelation, innate revelation, all that jazz. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's through special revelation, this one, that he can know that the final authority to which he is appealing is in fact a final authority.
Yeah, I mean, but then you could say like almost anything could actually apply to that. Like say I got revelation from the force that that permeates all reality and penetrates us and binds us and all that stuff.
Sure.
Penetrates us.
It gave me the revelation to actually comprehend this, but then they get pissy and says like, oh, that's a parody. It's like, well, yeah, it points out the fact that your position invokes circular reasoning, just begging the question as something good. And you have no way of actually validating that point at all.
Sure. Okay, so he validates it by saying it's written in the Bible, and the Bible is objective.
No, he doesn't. From my recollection, he just says it's just. He doesn't appeal to the Bible at all times, right? He appeals to God's nature and all that.
Just in the one case that Wolf's talking about. Remember, you're going to keep going around a circle, so it's going to be appeal to special revelation, appeal to the Bible, appeal to what's the third angle on that he goes to, and it just chases you round and round. Just keep going back to those three. There's the third one. I can't remember what it is offhand.
Special, innate, and
natural
revelation, right?
Yeah. Okay, so the natural innate revelation is I can know it for certain. I think is the Bible, and special revelation is no. Fuck no. It gets a bit frustrating because every time I've pushed him to this point, fumed and gone off, which is really fucking annoying, right?
Well, I mean,
you never get to the actual. Let's get all 3 points out, you know.
Well, when you drill into his epistemology, like how can you infer this guy's intentions or miracles or shit like that? It gets, it starts getting problematic for him because then he has to actually explain like the mechanistic processes for how he actually comes to these conclusions he makes. I mean,
I've never heard him do that or attempt to do that.
Exactly. That's why it's like trying to pull teeth whenever he asks questions, but I'm honestly just not going to engage a room in which he's actually in there with mods. I mean, I don't care if the guy's in there. It's just that I don't like that he has mods and he tries to have the flow of the conversation go any way he wants. It's just annoying.
Yeah. I mean, he came into Brojo's the other day. Different room for him. And every time...
that sniping kid?
Say again? Oh, no, not
the kid who started sniping.
No, the real Brojo, not that fucking idiot.
Oh, Brother John.
Oh, Brother John.
Yeah, the real Brojo. He came in there and Lyric started with the softball stuff. Then Cerberus came in and demolished him with one sentence. Then he got really huffy, started trying to straw man everybody. In which case, every time he did that, I just kind of interrupted, not interrupted, but wait till he finished, pointed out where the bait and switch was, and then let them get back on with the conversation. 10 minutes to get bored and fuck off.
But you see, that's why I just don't want to have a conversation with him about precept. I really don't. I'm not saying I'm going to school him. I really would not have the patience, right? I would simply...
No, I think that's a fair thing to say. That's fair.
I think what he would do with you, Hannah, is if you didn't challenge him on it, he would explain it all to you. If you didn't challenge him. So if you wanted information on it, like the Greg Bonson, it comes down to something called no neutrality, or he can never, basically, whatever situation you take, he will never have anything in common with that situation in his worldview. Right?
It doesn't take him long. It's simply, if you were to make a claim, let's say we're having an abortion hangout, right? And outside of any morality claim, let's say you were to say, well, it's always the case where this type of abortion occurs under these circumstances, right? That's a claim.
Yeah.
He then takes that as an opportunity to, well, how do you know that?
Yeah,
He'll
of course.
come in the room just waiting for someone to make a global or universal claim just so he could start precept. And I just keep thinking I'm not in a precept hangout. I'm not, right?
Yeah.
I've gone to your hangouts before and I've said, listen, I'm not in the mood. Like, can we just talk about something else?
And he makes it specifically. It's not even going to be about like the subject at hand, right? Because if it was, we would still be talking about abortion. Then it goes in like, well, what's your like what would determine evidence for God or something like that, and then it gets into that theist versus atheist thing. I mean, it's not even be related to the
I mean, Hannah's right. He'll take it to how do you justify the laws of logic or the uniformity of nature as quick as he possibly can.
But that's what I mean. If someone just genuinely doesn't know, or they think that they have a good argument, or I'm not opposed to sitting down with someone and going through them with them, right? Because then that's a teachable moment. That's a moment that you can learn something, they can learn something, and then you guys grow together. It makes it easier to understand one another, right?
Yeah, but the main thing here is this. I mean, his position isn't even against like atheism or anything else. It's an argument against foundationalism and actually just where that stuff lies, right? Like if I say that the laws of logic are the existence of this external world and all other stuff are basic beliefs, those are basically equivalent to saying that this is my starting point for my worldview. These are just axioms. And he
doesn't understand their tools, right? I mean, essentially, when you're saying they're axioms, right? You're saying basically what I'm asking for is a hammer and a chisel. I'm not asking for the marble, right? We'll get to that. We'll build a worldview later. We're just looking at this, trying to figure out what we can make from this. But I need the tools to do it first. He, on the other hand, he believes his axiom is that the Christian God is real, right? And that reveals truth to him, and then he'd go on to define certain truths.
I don't think he'd call it an axiom, but you're right.
He wouldn't call it one. Of course, he wouldn't call it one. But essentially, he's importing an entire worldview.
Yes.
Where we're saying, listen, we're just asking for a hammer and chisel. We're not asking for everything to be granted.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's basically saying that atheists can't account for the laws of logic, right? And we would have to borrow from his worldview in order to have that. The problem is that's like an argument from ignorance on his worldview, or an argument from ignorance, where he either can't know of a situation or can't imagine a situation where atheists would have this. So he's justified in saying that the laws of logic rest on his worldview.
Well, I don't think he would necessarily be an argument from ignorance. I mean, he just positively asserts it, right? So he's not saying how could they, or at least from my understanding of how he argues it, he's not saying how could they know. He's saying you clearly don't know, right? And I can demonstrate it by the reductio ad absurdum of your worldview, right? Making it so that you can't justify anything and you're just living in this logical abyss, right? This vacuum of absolute nonsense. So he's making a stronger claim than just simply, oh, we don't know, therefore Christian God, right?
Well, I think he kind of is, but he makes it sound like it's not.
Well, but so that's what he's trying to do.
I think why he's doing that. I mean, not why he's doing that. He thinks he's doing that, but of course, what he's really doing is saying, I have an account for the laws of logic. Is God. Now, as an atheist, I would say, well, there's no accounting for the laws of logic because you have to use logic to do that, and that's circular. So, an account for the laws of logic. So, from my viewpoint, it certainly looks like it's a God of the gaps argument. But from his viewpoint, of course, I can see why he would deny or think that it may not be a God of the gaps argument.
But hasn't he made an attempt to disprove that it's other deities? It can't possibly be other deities as well?
Well, he can't do that.
Yeah,
I know he can't. I'm not saying he has successfully done it. I'm saying he has put forward a case.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, I mean, if you're just saying that if you're just saying that you have a worldview that can account for it, as opposed to actually explain it, and then say to someone else that they don't, and you can't really explain that, then it's just begging the question. I mean, that's all it is.
I mean, of course.
I mean, I don't even need to like explain completely like where the logics of logic actually come from or explain these things. I mean, for me, they're just simply true. And I mean, if he has some other like explanation for how the laws of logic work or whatever, it's up to him to actually explain that, not shift the burden of proof onto the skeptic or the atheist or what have you.
But that he simply gets around that by not answering
Yeah.
questions. That's a
and that's the thing. Anytime you actually ask her a question, because like
again,
the last part of the third round, I freaking had him. I tried to have him the question: how does circular reasoning work with your revelation from God? Like, how does that work? And he refrained from answering it. The only thing he did was say that he's not opposed to all circular reasoning.
Yeah. Again, he's got an
that's
argument.
virtual, malicious, whatever, circular reasoning. Yeah.
I think he does have an argument for that in terms of calling it a final authority. I mean, I don't believe the argument's correct, right? But I think he goes along the lines of, some things that are circular could never be justified in any other way, and that's God, because and everything, because he's bigger, and therefore he accounts for everything. It's something along those lines. I mean, it's a, I don't know, it's a presup, isn't it? I mean, it's just asserting at the end of the day that there is an accounting for the laws of logic in the first place. And I don't think you have to go any way beyond that. It's the same problem with the slick argument, right? He's asserting that there is an account for the laws of logic, right? In the end of the day, he's saying it's either God, the Christian God, or it's not. This is his new one, right? It's either God, it's either the Christian God or not the Christian God that accounts for logic. And of course, we all go, well, it's not the Christian God because there might not be an accounting for logic, or it could be some other God, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't disproven both of those by any sense of the imagination. So his reformulation is just, worse argument than the last one was. No, the last one was fucking.
Yeah, but I think what's the most insulting about Madidi is in this. There was that second round where he was accusing me of being fed lines from the Pal Talkers, and it's like, dude, your entire shtick, your entire script is ripped off, plagiarized verbatim from Greg Bonson. Seriously, you're throwing stones at glass houses here. Like, dude, you really just don't want to go there. Like you have an entire channel dedicated to your asinine ways.
Yeah, well, there's bully. I mean, he's not just an idiot, right? He's actually a bully and an idiot, right?
Well,
so that's why I take him on.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to explain to people. I don't like when Jack and Realistic and Godless go after him and start trolling him, right? Because then it just looks bad. It just looks bad to everybody.
Sure.
Because they're losing
Sure.
context, or they don't know what he's done, or whatever. They don't understand the reasoning behind it. So I've always been against it, and they know that. But at the same time, the way that certain people defend DD to no end is absolutely ridiculous. Like the man could literally has told people they're fucking idiots or shut up or just unbelievably rude. And
he's told people to go kill themselves.
Yes, he's told people to overdose on heroin. Like the things that he said to people. Yeah, the things that he said to people make him at the very least an asshole. The bare minimum, he's an asshole. But still, somehow, it's not justified. Right, it's not justified that the bully is getting bullied.
Yeah, I mean, he is a bully. Let's just clear that right up.
I say that's karma, bitch. I mean, like what do you think people are gonna put up with your BS forever? Are you insane? Nah, go screw yourself.
I mean, to be honest, though, when he comes in a hangout, I'm perfectly prepared to give him, an inch of rope, right? Because I know an inch is enough for him to hang himself, right? And I'm happy for him to make his little jokes about atheism and stuff, and I won't get offended by that because he thinks they're funny, and some of them are a little amusing, so that's cool. But as soon as he steps over the line and starts trying to bully people, you can hear his tone. He come out, As soon as that happens, then I'm going to shut him down as the soonest opportunity.
I mean,
I do remember you giving him just enough rope to hang himself when he was berating you with his questions once. And he had just gone through and said, knowledge is a justified true belief. And then he asked you, could you be wrong about something you know? And you went, could I be wrong about a belief that's true and justified. No, I can't be wrong because it's true. And he couldn't wrap his head around that.
Yeah. Once you start using their definitions, the whole thing goes to shit. I'll tell you right now.
But isn't that sad? Like, just you ever think that, I don't know how many years, I'm guessing 2 or 3, that Didi's been around, that there's certain things he still hasn't picked up on yet? I mean, imagine the kind of debater he could be if he actually learned to take these criticisms on board, right? That not everybody is just trying to shove their foot up his ass. If he wasn't such an asshole, maybe not, right? But the point is, even if they are being an asshole to him, they're still valid criticisms. They're making a ridiculously strong claim.
I'll tell you what. I don't know when exactly he adopted this this line of rhetoric, right? This presuppositional argument. All I know is that he's been doing it since Pal Talk. But if you take away like the precept talk and like the philosopher speak and all that, this dude, hold on, this dude is just a regular run of the mill crazy-tard. I remember when he was on a Hangout. I forgot where it was. I think it was MK's or something. And he was saying that his Darwin's deity like avatar represented Darwin's God, which was random chance. And I just laughed at that because that's just ridiculous. That's just a stuff what evolution actually is. And then he tried to run his usual BS line by saying, okay, what was Darwin's theological like views? And I said I think it was an agnostic, but what you said about the random chance thing was just ridiculous. It's natural selection and genetic mutation.
Yeah.
And they tried to keep doing it ad nauseum. And it's like, dude, and then he brought up the origin of life. It's like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. I just stopped him. It's like this is science 101. You like it. If you state a theory incorrectly, how the hell am I supposed to take you seriously on your understanding about it?
I mean, he went after phony Beatlemaniacs for that too, when he was presenting what it means to actually have a theory, right? What it means, a scientific theory. He was totally on his case, and he was wrong. I mean, he absolutely could not understand the difference between a hypothesis and a theory. And Gary was presenting it quite nicely. You know, he's being quite respectful. And Didi the entire time was just calling him stupid. He literally said to him, I feel so sorry for you. You're just so stupid.
Yeah. And, you know, Gary's educated. Right. He's got a good education, that man. Right. So that's what makes me laugh, is that, you know, actually he's quite eloquent, right? So, yeah, if we're going to talk about the two standards here, literary criticism, I think I'll go with Gary on that.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's why I haven't really taken him serious much since then, because it's usually like whenever he talks about like science or something like that, he usually ends up like falling on his face even harder.
I mean, one of the things about these people, and I've noticed this amongst Christians in general, is that they tend to have this like 18th, 19th century view of science, right? As if the 20th century just didn't happen. Right? It's so weird. It's so weird. Maybe some of them have caught up to relativity, but that's it. That's as far as they go. They don't do chaos. They don't do heavy mathematics. They don't do, you know, most of the advances of the 20th century, they just don't think about, basically.
I mean, I'm just trying to think, how do you guys just not tire? Simos, you're echoing.
Okay, thanks.
No worries. I don't know how you guys just don't get tired of listening to this guy. I mean, how do I put it? I don't mind if he's in a room, right? I don't automatically assume he's going to start pre-supping when he's in a room. I always, for whatever reason, I guess it's just to my detriment, that he might actually just shut up and contribute something to a conversation. But
yeah, I usually just share the link with the Pal Talkers. That way I know he's going to fuck off.
I mean, is that what I'm going to have to do in order to get him to just stop being a trolling cunt? I mean, as much as I can't think of another phrase other than a trolling cunt, because you can't intentionally be this asshole-ish repeatedly. People have asked you to stop and not be a cunt.
Not to cut you off, but is there any other like title that's fitting to him?
Well, I don't like calling people cunts in a serious manner. I am seriously thinking, like, I don't mind talking to him. Again, I've talked to him on air, off air. I don't care, right? I don't mind it. But the
Yeah.
moment where he starts, we're just having a general conversation. We're not doing philosophy speak. We're just shooting the shit. And someone brings up a claim, and I challenge the claim, not on a philosophical basis, but I'm just curious. You know me. I'm just interested in understanding how another person is thinking. And immediately it's just like, well, how do you know that? Instantly when I hear that, I get tired. Just like all my energy is sucked out. I'm like, God, seriously, right now.
I mean, it's not even that, right? It could be literally any hangout, on air, off air, any random topic and shit like that, and he'll literally pick at that. I remember, I think we were in an off air hangout that Onyx was talking about this. This is gonna be the last thing, and then I'm gonna move on to a video. We were in an Onyx hangout, and Christian Anarchist was in there, and he was then he brought up Brenda, and it's like then Darwin's was in there in his dances with wolves thing, and it's like he was all like, oh, why'd you bring up Brenda? She's not a she has a penis. It's like, dude, like, what is your obsession with like Brenda's junk or whatever?
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah, with that one I think he's trying I think with that one he's trying to ingratiate himself with Matt Slick, who also recently had a set 2 with Brenda, right?
I don't know, it's crazy.
So it's like dogpiling on the weakest link. Oh, look at me! I do the same thing as Matt Slick. Hello, Matt.
Well, I give Matt Slick a lot more leeway, because at least when you engage him, he has that window, just that short window of actually wanting to listen. Didi comes in right off the bat knowing that he just wants to destroy somebody. And by destroy, it's not actually if he wins the argument, right? Like an actual objective winning. He's just saying, well, it makes you sound stupid. Therefore, by default, I win.
Well, I mean, he just wants someone to just stop. He just wants someone to just stop talking, just stop, their inquiry in the room. And it's like, dude, it's not only is that annoying to some degree, it's also just harassing. Like, you're just pestering someone to make yourself feel better. And it's like, dude, you're just a pathetic piece of shit, honestly, if you just do that. So I actually did
go through. I actually did go through the Greg Bonson tape, or like little lecture on how he does his pre-sup stuff, and this no neutrality thing is what it's about. So you have to look for, when someone gives an argument or makes a statement, there's a certain way to split it up into propositions, and then find the opposite of the proposition, attack them on that basis. So that there is a kind of like a roadmap. It's not just a script, right? It's a script which is adaptable. The argument you want to throw at it.
Well, it's a flowchart. Is essentially what it is.
Yeah. So I just think it's fun to go along and to follow the flowchart to a certain point, which you can then veer off. That's why I when I was having that conversation with him on pre-sup, I was pre-supping him back, basically. I was doing an atheist pre-sup and just saying, right, well, if we're going to accept circular knowledge as justification, then of course I'm justified to believe in the laws of logic and reality and et cetera, et cetera. So every time he said, have you got a justification for X, Y, the laws of logic? I go, yeah, of course I've got a justification. Well, what is it? Well, justification is that they're the laws of logic. Yeah, but that's circular. Yeah, but it's virtuously circular because there's no higher appeal. There's no higher appeal than the laws of logic. And
that's honestly what I've did. That's honestly what I've done at some points in the discussion. Just parody his arguments, because like you're invoking circular reasoning as if that's a good thing because the Christian God or whatever. And it's like, if you can do that, then I get to pause any other deity or whatever to make the point.
Or just the laws of logic, Wolf, right? And then just use Occam's razor after that. And just say, look, your flesh is
kind of a sense where that could work, actually, because there can be just vacuous circles or meaningful circles.
Yeah.
That's why I usually give the example of, you tell the child, oh, Santa Claus doesn't exist, and they ask why, and you say, because he's imaginary, he's made up. Well, yeah, that's circular reasoning, but it's actually meaningful, because the whole imaginary bit also expresses something in addition to non-existing, that this was something we invented, that it's a fairy tale or something like that.
Right. Yeah. I just also watched a video today on Russell's theory of descriptions. Fuck me. So yeah, that example is a very good one, Doctor.
Yeah, it comes from one of the books that I recommend to people who just like may start being interested in philosophy. It was like one of the first books I was given. It's called "Does Santa Exist?" And the guy goes through it, and it's Eric Kaplan wrote it. He's one of the writers for The Big Bang Theory, and he goes through and he basically does this philosophical investigation as to whether or not Santa exists or could exist.
Yeah.
And it's just from an entirely philosophical perspective. It doesn't get into no reindeers can't fly or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just dealing it from logical and epistemology and metaphysics. That's it.
Okay,
the answer is yes.
Wrap your heads around this. Okay, we got this crazy ass dude, David Daubenmire, says religious right leaders are engaging in idolatry for Trump.
Yes,
They kind of are.
Garlow.
It's true.
Skyline Church. As far as I know, Pastor Jim Garlow is probably a pretty good guy. Probably is. And some of these influential religious leaders, I think is what they call them, influential religious leaders, were called to a luncheon at the White House. Now, I'm going to tell you, if I got invited to the White House, I'd go. I'd be excited. I'd probably get a selfie taken here and there. I would. I don't think they'd let me in though, because I don't have a suit, and they wouldn't let me wear my hat, and I'd probably be eating locusts and wild honey and dressed in burlap, so they probably wouldn't let me in. But I have to tell you this: if they would let me in, I'd have something pretty profound to say to the president. And those of you who are watching this know I'd say it. You know that I would. So here we have these influential religious leaders having dinner in the White House. And Pastor Jim Garlow films a couple minutes of it. Now I want you to watch this with me. And you explain to me, Lord, just let me tell them the truth. Just let me tell them the truth, Lord. Just watch this with spirit eyes.
I think I might want to get into this guy's Hangouts one of these days, just to see like how just his brain ticks, because there's a bit of crazy in there.
There's a lot of crazy in there, dude. I feel so far from his language that he's not that sophisticated with his arguments. But let's see.
All right.
And you ask yourself, is this idolatry and hero worship or not? I gotta be careful because my dark side's about to come out.
Oh my God, it's dark.
Bringing the demons out.
Yeah, it's dark.
Side of the Force.
Listen, he's gonna start speaking in tongues next. We gotta have to shut this off, otherwise we need to burn the Hangout.
Yeah.
Come to the dark side, my young apprentice.
Hey,
He's gonna start vomiting green in a moment. Watch.
hey, look at this. It says, "Hey, look at me. I'm important."
He
Oh, that's
read
funny.
that. He's like, oh shit. Well.
Giddy. Oh, we got to do this. We got to do this. And we got 2 hours with him. Have they spent 2 hours with the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords? Have they? Do they worship the ground that the King of Kings and Lord of Lords walks on as they do the El President?
No, because I've never seen a god walk on solid ground. I've never seen that shit happen. That's a mystery to me.
Oh, fuck that. They're getting interesting part of it. At least they get to go to a fucking White House.
Yeah.
What house has God ever put you in other than a church?
Talking about Lord's the cricket ground, of course, which is low turf.
I don't know. Didn't that Creflo Dollar guy get his plane?
Okay. Listen, I supported Trump. I still support Trump. But I'm trying to tell everybody,
He still supports Trump.
God, Trump can't make America great again. And the guys in that room taking all those selfies, they're the ones who got us in this mess. Now, does that sound judgmental?
Yes.
That's what I get on my Facebook page. What? You couldn't hold his.
Kind of, it is.
Like,
Look
is
at
he
his
seriously
face.
asking that fucking question? Lord jeez. Oh god. Stick
Looks
a
like a
fucking dick in
muppet.
there.
Look at his face.
Stick a dick in there. That's gonna look good. Give it some shades too. Don't joke. I didn't mean it to be that funny.
Jockstrap. Oh, of course I couldn't.
Joke strap. There you go.
Yep, I called it.
Yeah. He looks like the kind of coach that wouldn't mind showering with his team.
Oh jeez.
Hey, coach. Can
Hey,
little
coach.
Billy, bald boy.
Yeah.
Right. What do you think, Robert?
I
Don't
think
ask me no
little
fucking
Billy
question.
will do just fine.
Marking up the trail. You wouldn't know what to do. You'd just follow on bread. I hear him coming. Okay, listen, I don't want to go. But how about this? How about letting me put 10 names on that
Is
list?
he schizophrenic? Who the fuck is he talking about?
I think he's
so.
talking. I think he's
I
talking
hear him
about Jesus.
coming. Oh lord, I hear him come. I swear.
I told you there's a little bit crazy in him because he said like earlier that he'd be excited, and then now he's saying he doesn't want to go. He's like this teenage girl. He's like this 23-year-old girl who can't make up her mind. Yes, no, I don't know. Like,
Hey,
I'd be
I'm
excited,
22.
but I wouldn't. But I don't care. It's whatever.
Fuck you, Wolf. Turning 23 in
2 minutes.
like 8 days.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
20.
I was like, where's my calendar? Oh, there it is.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, don't
I'm
early. Early birthday, not late.
don't take this the wrong way, but you sound a lot older.
Oh, really? Huh? People have told me I sound 30 or 40.
I wouldn't say.
I thought you were at least like close to 30 when I first heard you.
Hmm.
It was crazy to realize you were in my age group.
Weird, right?
Do
Yeah.
something with that voice.
Like what?
Well, I don't know. You could do anything with it if you wanted.
What does that even mean?
We're live, Hannah. I won't tell you now.
I'm not gonna lie. You did roast the shit out of who's that one Australian dude? Forgot his fucking name.
Didn't he?
Robbie?
Yeah. Real Rob.
I feel bad because people still message me to this day like, oh, I don't like your behavior in TST that one time. I'm like, listen, I was in a hangout right before then, literally in Dragnot's hangout, where the guy is asking me what my cup size is. Like, at some point, politeness and everything can go fuck itself when you're dealing with an individual like that.
Yeah, I mean he says the most outrageous shit all the time. I mean, oh boy, he got roasted. That's so terrible. Like, what is he gonna do with his life? I mean, who gives a shit?
Mm.
I don't care. He's a grown ass man. I don't give a shit.
Exactly. That's my point.
Banter.
Anyway, let's get back to it. Besides just TST, that's how it rolls.
The answer to that, of course, is at least a pint.
Paula White. I'm not trying to be critical. Paula White's on her third marriage. Paula White's on
I'm not trying to be too critical, right? Okay.
their assessment.
What ball liquor said that? That is a fair.
The fuck is this guy on?
Marriage. I don't know if you saw it yesterday when Trump signed that order in the garden. You know who's right behind him? Paula White. Now, guys, help me out here. Oh, here comes right wing. Watch. Women aren't supposed to be in authority over men. The Bible says I don't care.
What?
Woman pastor, I don't care. I'm just saying.
I'm just trying to guess who. I was just trying to guess who's behind him.
No, I can barely hear him because he cuts out. So I'm like, what? Something about what?
Women shouldn't be in authority.
Okay. What does that have to do with him signing an executive order?
Apparently, he didn't like the fact that Paula White was there, and it was a third marriage, and
Vaginas make me very uncomfortable.
yeah.
Fucking cock.
Yep. This guy, he does not like women bossing him around.
Maybe if he wasn't so much of a bitch, it wouldn't happen so often.
Nice.
I'm sorry. I'm really aggressive. I apologize.
No, that's not aggressive. That's funny.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yo, fuck that guy. He's a bitch.
Yeah, so someone basically was standing behind Trump, yeah, and it wasn't Jesus.
And it wasn't a male either. Oh, God forbid. There's actually another gender out there. It's weird, right?
Yeah, it was a woman. Oh, terrible. Yeah, but fuck it. Okay, so DJH put out this new video, and it's not featuring yours truly. No, it's about the preachers of old.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking
That's
about
good.
those mega church people?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I watched that. Yep, I got a notification. I watched that one. I was like, what the fuck is he doing about Friends this time? And then it was pretty good. Really stuck in second gear.
I love this one. This the guy who got caught in that gay sex scandal doing what was it, crystal meth? Hilarious.
Speed off a male prostitute's butt or something, was it?
See, if you had to go out a certain way, that was a perfect way to go.
What?
Doing coke off a male prostitute's ass? Fuck yeah. Listen, if I'm going to hell in a handbasket, I'm gonna go over the top with it. Fuck yeah.
It's kind of over the top, but
It was for the time.
It wasn't over the top enough.
the best thing I liked about that one was the fact that he said he was caught in an interview saying that evangelicals have the best sex lives.
They fuck anything with a pulse.
I guess he wasn't wrong.
They get to fuck male prostitutes and do coke off their ass. Like, I'm not saying I want to do that, but that just sounds like fun.
Right.
I'm not saying I would. I'm just saying the thought pleases me.
Come on.
I hated that show.
Yeah, me too.
It was good for like all of one season, and then I was just like, nope, no more of this. Can't take it anymore.
I think I managed to get through about 10 minutes or something.
I didn't really watch it all that much. I just saw bits and pieces.
Listen, when you're a kid and all you have is basic television, you don't really have all the nice cable channels. Friends is probably your best friend, your best thing to watch. Besides Saturday morning cartoons, of course, because that shit was always running.
Dude,
Reruns and out of place timelines when all of a sudden one girl is pregnant, but then it's next episode it's like right before they actually became, engaged or romantically involved. So nothing was in timeline. It was great. It was fantastic.
Dude, fuck that. All I had was like I had anime and just real stuff.
We had the French channel and 2 Canadian broadcasting networks.
Oh, I had a library. That's where I got my manga from. A library.
Mm.
Yep. So guess how many volumes behind of everything I ever liked I was.
2 years.
A series ended before I finally caught up to like the midway point.
Now you're just binge watching everything.
Oh yeah, now it's terrible. I can't get my work done.
I don't know. I just finished rewatching all of Samurai Jack just before I could watch the 5th season.
I did too. That was worth it.
Oh, did you guys see last night's episode? Did you guys see last night's episode? I knew.
No, I didn't see it. Don't shut the fuck up.
Yep. Stop talking, Wolf.
Let's just say I knew it. I just freaking knew it.
God damn it! Now I need to go. What fucking?
You know
I can't
why?
say these things when I'm in a hangout with you. Now I want to leave and go watch it. God, fuck it. Whatever. I'm typing it in. I love that these people have not been kicked off of YouTube for uploading these episodes straight to YouTube. It has been my miracle.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that. I was watching it at my apprenticeship.
Oh no!
What?
Are you serious? This better be fan done. They didn't kiss.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they freaking did.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Hannah.
No,
Jack is the man. He's talented.
I was hoping he understood what I meant when I said no, they didn't, and then he sounded so confused.
Well,
who the hell puts that as a thumbnail? Who puts that as a thumbnail? God.
Yes. Yes. That's what happened.
That's the thumbnail on everything. Like I watched
No, it's
Kiss
not.
Cartoon, and on
Yeah,
Kiss
it is.
Cartoon they have that as the thumbnail.
No, I'm on YouTube itself, and that's the end. God damn it!
But you
People are
want
usually not dicks about doing that. This time they're a little dickish. They're a
No,
little
they're not.
dickish. They're a little dickish. Nobody, you shouldn't have us. Come on.
No, but you want to hear something crazy? When Scamarouche was actually when he was on the ship, he actually snuck on, and the alien's head, it was sort of shaped a little fallacy.
The things that look like two small testicles.
Yeah. And basically, when the alien went away after he said that'd be 50 grand, but it's like no swear at baby. I cool, pay me anything. And well, the last guy who said that did this to me. And when he was gone, he was all like, "Dude, what a freak! You look like a talking penis."
What?
Yeah, he literally said that.
Yeah.
He did not.
Yeah, he said that.
He said that shit.
Oh my god!
He said that. I was like,
I was watching.
We
Jesus.
have come a
like, what the
long
hell?
way since.
I need link, or I don't believe it happened. I need a link to that.
We'll watch it right now.
Season 5, episode 4, about 15 minutes in.
Whoops! Almost did not route this through my. Yep, not doing that through a home server. Thank you very much. Fuck you. All right. Where is it? It's somewhere here. Samurai Jack. I'm just fucking so mad that they put that as a thumbnail. Son of a bitch. Kiss Cartoon doesn't have it on season 5.
They do. That's where I'm watching it.
Oh, that's weird. Why am I not?
I have it
Oh,
up
because
to
it's.
episode 7.
I see. It's because they. I see what they did.
Okay, let me. I'm
Put it behind a fake paywall. I get it.
Up right
All
now.
you have to do is refresh the page, and it's not there anymore.
Okay, y'all see it? Y'all see it?
But no, wait. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at Samurai Jack. Hold on.
Come on, this is Samurai Jack.
No, Kiss Cartoon. Pay attention. Okay, now I'm watching.
Fuck.
Play it.
Okay, cool.
Woohoo! Numero uno, here I come.
Why didn't I see this?
I don't know.
Why is it that blatantly obvious?
Hey, hang on.
Trust me, babe, I'm good for it.
Yeah, well, the last guy I trusted did this to me.
Oh, it's all good, Babu. Aku will give me anything once he hears the news. Wow, what a freak. Looked like a talking penis.
Now I see why. Because whoever uploaded it to YouTube cut that section out. Because I think they were worried about getting flagged or something. It looks like so. That makes sense, but that's terrible. I thought he really was like, a nice looking alien thing, But it literally looks like a penis. Like they didn't even give a shit. Like fuck it, skin tone and everything.
Well, of course not. They were like, okay, how old should our fan base be by now? Fuck
Old
it.
enough. Old enough.
Parents aren't going to give a shit. Our old fan base probably has kids already, and they're going to laugh, and the kids are going to be like, haha, he does look like a penis. It's fine.
I was kind of disappointed that they when he finally got over Mad Jack, that they just gave him his old gear back just like that. I wanted it to be like a nice episode where he's shaving and like, all right, I'm seriously gonna become Samurai Jack again. Not like, yeah, I did some Zen shit and then I get bestowed the magical sword and automatically I look normal.
Yeah.
That was kind of disappointing, but I guess they just wanted it to move, fast forward through the plot.
I
It's
figured
fun for
I
me
should
because I don't
compliment
agree
him
with
on his shave and all that.
I got real pumped the one day, and like I went over to my sister's house, and I was like, "Oh my god, season 5 of Samurai Jack is out!" And my niece and my nephews were just confused, and so we had to basically sit those 3 down and binge watch the 4 seasons of it. They're going to be coming over later to watch season 5, episode 8.
You see, like this is why I'm jealous, because I have a cousin that I take care of occasionally, right? So whenever she's out from school early, I go pick her up, things like that. she's so stuck to her phone and whatever bullshit that she's doing on her phone. To get her interested in anything good takes more effort than I think it's worth. I got her into Naruto when she was a kid, and I was really excited. She started reading, and I gave her all my books or whatever, and she forgot about it because I didn't give her in chronological order, right? I only gave her like 1, 3, 5 just to start her out, and I told her to look at 2 and 4 online, because she knows how to use the internet. She finished book 1 and never continued because she had to look on the internet for book 2. And now when I'm trying to get her excited about it again, it's like, oh yeah, ninjas, yeah, that's so what.
I didn't have to get any of them hooked on anything. It was basically one day my niece showed up and was like, "Oh my God, Uncle, have you ever heard of Black Butler?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh my, it's an awesome anime on Netflix, blah, 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 blah." I was like, "You do know that I own all the manga for it, right?" And she just had a meltdown, and she basically ran upstairs, went into the guest room and where we keep all the books and stuff, and just ripped them all off the shelf and took them home.
Yeah, I think my suspicion is that she got made fun of a lot because she used to have an obsession with certain things. Like back when she was really young, it was Dora the Explorer, and then certain princesses like Princess and the Frog, and then she liked the old Teen Titans, not the new one. The new one she kind of it was funny, but it wasn't something that she liked as much as the old one. But she did. Yeah,
the new one is for kids. Like,
but she really hates it. Like, she doesn't even think it's funny or whatever. But she does love the characters. So she was obsessed with Raven, and what's her fucking name? Starfire. Yeah, Starfire for a while. She loved that pairing, like just friends thing. But it's just weird enough. She came back from school one day and she ripped all her pictures that she drew of them, and she can draw quite nicely for a 12-year-old. Let me tell you, it is. I enrolled her in classes and I paid for online courses and stuff like that. If she were not lazy, I guarantee you she could be the next fucking Picasso by now. And I was so mad that she did that. And I suspect that she got bullied in school for liking it too much. And I guess that's why she's very reserved about liking things. But God, it would be nice to teach someone the ways of Naruto for a while. Or, Bleach before it was shitty. Because we don't talk about the last season.
So
the last season didn't
Bleach,
happen.
Anything after the first season of Bleach, quite frankly, is shit.
Hey.
I just pretend the last season doesn't exist. It ended when he lost his powers. Done. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't get what the hell was with the last season. Like, Rukia left and his Reaper powers was gone. I didn't get what the hell they were doing.
Oh, I was so pissed. He's a fucking Fullbringer. He's a Quincy. He's a Hollow. He's a human. He's a fucking Reaper. It's just everybody stop fucking for a little while, okay? Because we made this amalgamation hybrid thing that doesn't know what it is anymore. Let's just stop. Everybody needs to stop fucking for like a year or two.
I thought he was gonna eventually evolve into a god or some shit.
He is a god.
He is. He's a death god. That's what a Reaper is.
He's a god among death gods. That's what pisses me off. Like Naruto, what pissed me off was they made them too strong because of Madara. So now it's like, yeah, the only way we can balance it out is just like, okay, we're just gonna kill you off in Boruto because there's no way. Like this is not happening. Like who's stronger than Sasuke and Naruto? Nobody. Let's just arbitrarily kill them off and build a story like that.
They didn't kill Naruto off, did they? Because
yeah. The very first chapter of the first book of Boruto, which is why I refuse to watch it. I refuse to read it. It's Naruto and Sasuke are dead. And the village hidden in the leaves is like fucked up.
That's cool.
And no, but it's fucked up as in like everything's destroyed, just like it was during the Pain Saga. I was really ticked off. Boruto has like special eye power shit now, and this other dude he's fighting with, who's like, it looks like the main antagonist, has special eye power shit.
Eye powers. His mother's Hinata.
No, he doesn't have Byakugan. It's something else. It's entirely new.
That's just fucking stupid.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like, I'm getting annoyed.
Wait, that's just arbitrary bullshit. Wait, what the fuck? What?
Like, are they giving him the Rinnegan or something?
No,
and Simon is just sitting here like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
It looks like some sage. Like I was talking with a friend of mine. It looks like some interesting eye thing for Sage mode. So okay, that's great. If honestly, I think powered ups should only have gone the initial stage of Naruto and Kyuubi working together, not like the super uber death god when they found out they're like the reincarnated versions of like the original two sages. Like fuck that. That's way overpowered as shit. And you just brought back everybody who has ever been dead in history. This is stupid. If it stuck there, that would have been a good place to end it. Now it's like, well, Boruto kind of needs to be stronger than Naruto. How are we going to do this? A, Boruto needs to die. B, Kyuubi is now a thing, an object, so Boruto is going to inherit Kyuubi. That pissed me off really badly. So now Kurama is a thing to inherit instead of, you know, a sentient being that might want to get the fuck out. I'm absolutely killing Boruto for you, am I?
Boruto is shit.
I found
I
out
saw
that
the movie and I was so turned off by it that I just didn't bother. I was like, ooh, what's this? One Punch Man. I'll just look at that. Oh, Knights of Sidonia. This looks good. Oh, it's in CGI. I'll give it a shot. And oh, by the way, they might be coming out with season 3 now because it's done so well on Netflix.
Oh yeah, One Punch Man is pretty good.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
It's a satire of all the major animes I've ever been. Yeah.
Well, it's a direct satire of Dragon Ball Z, but Knights of Sidonia, the manga was discontinued, so they made a Netflix anime series just for it. And they thought, oh, we'll just run until the manga ends, and it got so many views that now they've actually contacted the creator and they're thinking about making a 3rd season to it. So it's going to be direct to anime. I know they have to. It's so awesome. How else will we have the answer as to why black people are photosynthetic?
Oh no, it's just it's one of those series where I'm actually interested in. Like, I don't have a hypothesis. I'm letting myself roll with it. I'm not trying to overanalyze it. I just want to roll. And you can't just say now the only way to finish the series is for you to basically form your own opinion of it. I don't want to. I just want to fucking enjoy the ride until it has probably some simplistic answer to it.
Oh, well, if you go on Reddit and you look at any fan theories that they have about Knights of Sidonia,
I refuse.
They get a lot of hate.
Oh yeah, because everybody listen. They gave obviously little hints and stuff like that, being that like the lab is there and it looks like, you know, the dead friend and all that. And I've tried my best to stay away from making an opinion because I know it's gonna fuck up if they continue the manga, or at this point, I didn't know they were going to continue the anime. I thought that they were done with that. But if they're just going to continue straight from the anime, then I don't want to assume anything, right? Because that's how I ruined the big reveal, the Obito reveal in Naruto. I'm like, that motherfucker is Obito. Look at that. He's got the missing eye. He's got a Sharingan. Bitch got black hair. Bitch is like, that is totally Obito. For years, I knew it was Obito. And then when it came out, oh, yes, it is Obito. I'm like, yeah, I'm not surprised. This isn't as big of a reveal as it was supposed to be.
Yeah. I've been diving into more anime, but I just don't want to do what I did with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and spoil it for me. I don't get me wrong, I liked it. I just didn't. They showed it on Toonami like every Saturday up until after the second arc of it. And it was great. I just the problem is I kind of spoiled a good degree of it for me.
Have you seen the show Parasite?
Parasite the Maxim, yes.
Yes. How about Psychopaths?
Yeah, that was pretty good. I liked it. I loved the hell out of Miki, and I loved how you know they sort of relied on each other. Him and Shinichi sort of relied on each other symbiotically in order to survive. The main character, he went through a lot of shit in order to get stronger, but ultimately, despite losing his mother and some people in the process, he remained strong as a person and maintained his love for his girl and everything. It was real deep. I liked it. I need to start doing anime reviews. Do that shit.
Well, those 2 videos I just did and videos on the philosophy behind them, because they don't hide the fact that they're philosophical. Like the guy's walking around in Parasite with on his bunny hug Philosophia written across the front of it.
Okay, this Samurai Jack episode is really fucking weird already.
What, the
A
latest
Samurai Jack episode that's weird?
Yeah, I'm watching-
That sounds unnatural.
No, it is the they have a subway scene that I'm watching right now, and I'm like, that's like the New York subway. That's like people like, excuse me while I violate your personal space and continue to violate your personal space and not move.
Is there a man who used to be fat touching kids there? So then it would
In
really
the-
be like a subway.
Oh god.
That's one episode of South Park that they're not allowed to air anymore.
There's
Third
so many.
episode.
I want to figure out where to get all the episodes that they can't air anymore. I've been trying to look for the. What was it? The one where they were making fun of Tom Cruise for being a fudge packer? Because he was literally packing fudge, like he was a worker at a fudge
That
factory.
was the 200th episode, I think.
That was fucking hysterical. Like,
And then, like, the only person who
I-
cannot be made fun of is Muhammad. We must steal
Yeah,
Muhammad's powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Where's
weird
Tom?
one.
Where's Tom? He's in the closet.
Why is he in the closet?
Different episode. But
That was the one that was the one that made that
It's
guy
really
quit. Who was that?
Closet.
That was
Chef.
the one that made
Chef.
Isaac Hayes quit. Hold on, that was the one that made Isaac Hayes quit the show.
Who's Isaac Hayes? Which voice did he do?
Isaac
He did-
Hayes did the
Chef.
voice of Chef.
Chef.
And
Oh, Chef. Yeah, Chef.
they made fun of Scientology, and he's a Scientologist, so he said, "Fuck this, I'm leaving." So, like, you know what? We have a decade's worth of you speaking that we can just like make this soundboard to make it sound like you touch kids, and we're gonna run with that.
Oh my god. I mean, they did kill him off in like the brutal way where he's basically shitting his
Whoa.
pants the entire time. Like while he's dying, he just releases his bowels. And,
No,
oh
but
my
at
god.
the end, I think there was an important thing to note. We shouldn't be mad at Chef for joining that little faggot club. We should be mad at the little faggot club for scrambling his brains.
Uh,
And of course, the Super Adventure Club was just a joke about Scientology the whole time.
Yeah, we like molesting.
oh my god, they just made a really funny joke. God damn it! Ouch! Something's poking me. What is it? Sword hilt. Ah, you piece of shit. That's sexual innuendo.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's moved on to Adult Swim / Toonami. It's of course it's gonna.
Oh,
Be,
it is on Adult Swim. Okay, yeah, then there you go.
Of course, it's gonna be more adult.
Well, it has to be. They included blood on it, but I know that certain episodes. I think it wasn't Steven Universe, was it? Where they included some blood scenes, and they were airing that for a while, and then they had to remove the blood, so it looked like when the guy got cut, it was only like a surface
Okay,
level.
the
of paper cut.
innuendo that goes on in Steven Universe
It is hysterical,
is
and I
enough.
love it.
Like, and
The
they
only
were
thing that's
upset
on
about
there
a bit
is
of blood.
the only thing that's on there is like lesbian sex.
Hey, listen, fusion is the best innuendo for
Fusion,
sex
yeah.
ever, and the music that comes from that show is actually fantastic. I have a whole playlist of people's remixes and renditions of those songs. I like the renditions more than I like the original, but they're still good.
The channel Dorkly did a video on like the adult humor of Steven Universe, and it's pretty apparent when you look through that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I got turned on to that show. Is I just saw a Dorkly update about it.
Oh, this is so cute.
All right, I'm gonna play a video. Like, I feel right at home talking about this stuff, but we're gonna put on some Tommy Sotomayor.
You do that. I'm gonna watch this unbelievably cute episode. Jesus, he's almost as bad as Redline.
Who, Samurai Jack?
Yeah.
Wow, hashtag Redline and Samurai Jack, same boat.
Well, you
Samurai
never-
Jack is better looking.
Well, obviously, that goes without saying.
Whatever we can say to grind Hannah's gears.
Right now, it looks like I'm being the czar of the telestrator. And the reason I'm doing that is because there was something that went on in my group. And here's my group right here. It's called Your World, My Views. You can go in there, log on. I don't know how you find it. Get somebody that's in it to bring you to it. Or just go to one of my fan pages, and I'll let you in there if you ain't one of them crazy son of a bitches that's just going to come and cause a fucking argument. But I was going through my group, and I came across this from a person that was in there who posted it, the young woman, and what the woman said in here, which was sounding almost like how I would speak. She wrote, As much as I hate to admit it, the white woman is actually right in this email. But of course, we want to act as if we're perfect and that there are no issues within our community. Now, what she's talking about is this picture of this white girl right here. And what's going on is, and that's why I'm going to label this blog, how the snowbird, or I'll say the white girl, how the white girl exposes how desperate black women are for attention. Something like that. Basically, this white girl exposed how black women are desperate for attention. And let me show you how. First off, it's a simp ass nigga that wrote this. I don't care what he says. His name is, I don't want to say his name, but it's there. You saw what? I'm gonna try my best to keep it off his name because I don't want to say. But it's a simp that wrote this, and he posted this. And he said, I had to post this. Now, before I even read to you, I want you to realize that 14,000.
Yeah, just to give some background on who Sotomayor is. He's a black guy that hates other black people and criticizes them endlessly through these racist like monologues and shit like that through his own anecdotal evidence. So just throwing that out there for y'all.
537 people shared it. Oh, excuse me, liked it. Oh, see, it just switched right in front of us. And 14,137 people shared it. This goes to show you how desperate black women are for attention. How desperate black women are for everyone to like them. Let me show you what this stupid ass article says that Mr. Chris posted. He said, I had to post this. White woman's opinion of black women and a brother's response. Please take a moment, read it, and enjoy. It's pretty deep. Thumbs up to this black man. Enjoy. The black man wrote this stupidity. Put this stupidity up. Here goes. It seems that there's an article written to Sister and Sister magazines, and that's why he said it seems, which lets you know it's probably some bullshit. It's not true. Written to Sister and Sister magazine by a Caucasian who requested a response from a black man. I'm so glad she got what she asked for and more. Here's the letter. Dear Jamie, I'm sorry, but I'd like to challenge some of your black male readers. I'm a white female who is engaged to a black, good-looking male, educated and loving. I just don't understand a lot of the black female's attitudes towards our relationship. My man decided he wanted me because the pickings amongst black women were slim to none. As he said, they were either too fat, too loud, too mean, too argumentative, too needy, too materialistic, or carrying too much excess baggage. Before I became engaged, whenever I went out, I was constantly approached by black men, willing to wine me and dine me and give me the world. If black women are so up in...
And we kind of look at this as some drama shit. Doctor, what do you think?
I have no opinion of this shit. It's like, oh, yeah, somebody who thinks that people are treating her poorly because she's dating a black guy and they also happen to be black. And
yeah, I mean, it's going okay. I'm focusing on what he was
like. I jokingly say like, "Oh, you taking the big dick," but
I know, but yeah. I mean, it's weird, right? He's saying that black women are jealous of like other people, and it's like, I don't.
Well, there is that stereotype, you know, that black men are white women chasers or what have you.
Yeah.
So maybe if somebody sees that, they just feel offended. They direct their rage at that. It's all stupid to me.
Yeah. A little bit more, and then we'll move on.
Arms about us being with their men. Why don't they look at themselves and make some changes? I am tired of the dirty looks I get and snide remarks when we're out in public. I would like to hear from some black men about why we are so appealing to them. Brian Gumble just left his wife of 26 years with one of us. Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen, the model Tyson Beckford, Montel Williams, Quincy Jones, James Earl Jones, Harry Belafonte, Sidney Green. That's why I wrote this hurriedly. Don't be mad at us white women because so many of your men want us. Get your acts together and learn from us, and we may lead you to treat your man better. If I'm wrong, black men, let me know. Disgusted white girl, somewhere in VA. response. Now, of course, this is supposedly the response that she got. Dear Jamie, let me put it in the nigga voice. Dear Jamie, I'd like to respond to the letter written by a disgusted white girl. Let me start by saying I'm a 28-year-old black man. I graduated from the most prestigious universities in Atlanta, Georgia, and a bachelor's degree in business management. I have a good job at a major corporation and have recently purchased a house so I can security. And they lost it too. I'm sorry to be late.
Okay, let me
of our impatience to wait, brother.
let me sort of get to the end of this shit.
Let me finish. Ted Denson, Roberto De Niro, David Bowie, to name a few. You damn sure did name a fucking few when that white woman named 90 million. I just don't want a disgusted white girl to be.
Okay, yeah, this guy just hates black women for the most part. I don't know. I think it's an issue with his mom or something. But
He just hates black people.
yeah.
I remember all of his Obama videos, and it was all about him just basically being black. It was like, oh, he's either not black enough, or no, he's too black now, or something. Just, no, you just don't like him. Just say it.
Yeah. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, top 5 YouTubers who cut ghosts in their videos.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Top 5 Central. Today we'll be taking a look at the top 5 YouTubers who caught ghosts in their videos. Now, if you haven't already entered my huge giveaway, simply subscribe to us. It's super easy, fast, and 100% free, so why not enter? Also, if we can get 5,000 likes on this video, that'd be absolutely epic, but with that said, let's get right into it. Number 5, FaZe Rug. FaZe Rug has a bit of a history with ghosts in his house. He's had a lot of strange things happen, from TVs turning on to strange noises all around his house. He thinks it all started when he did the Charlie Charlie challenge, or from when he got a Ouija board from a fan and got it out of the box. The creepiest thing of all is when Rug was putting blessing oil, which is something that's meant to assist with prayers to God, and basically he spread all around his house and he heard a strange voice whispering. His friend Forrest did some audio enhancement, and it sort of sounds like the whispering is saying, "We're locked in," or "I'm over here." It's just super creepy, and to be honest, I feel pretty bad for Rug. I really hope the strange ghost stuff stops for him. I mean, considering he recently made a video called "The Ghost Followed Me to the FaZe House," I guess you won't escape that easy.
There's no way.
So some pencils moved, therefore ghosts.
No. Ouija board, holy oil, shit happens, ghost.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a crucial step. Shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's really funny about it is I don't know why people still associate Ouija boards with like the supernatural or what have you, because prior to the movie The Exorcist, it was a parlor game that people just played, and it was almost kind of like a primitive version of Guess Who, where someone was moving the thing around and spelling out the answers, and you had to guess who it was.
I mean,
And then after the movie The Exorcist came out, there's one scene where it moves around by itself. People started associating it with the occult.
I mean, I hate to say this, but on some base level,
So-
conspiracy theorists are right. Hollywood does sort of influence people. But, yeah.
Hollywood is satanic!
I mean, after that film, the sales of Ouija boards and coincidentally dildos went through the roof.
No fucking way. No way, dude. I'm actually shitting myself right now. Yo, I have goosebumps all over this. What? I'm scared if I just take it out, like, will the ghost just get mad at me? Oh boy.
Guys should probably look at the trademark on that. Ouija is still owned by Hasbro.
Okay, I'm not even gonna touch it. Like, that's just really, really scary. I'm just really curious. I know it's, like, dangerous, but, like, I just want to know, like, what if the...
No, this kid's in a pretty well-to-do house.
Oh, this shit isn't staged at all. Oh, look.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
hear it in his voice.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious, man. It's crazy.
The sad thing is, there's a genuine prank that you can do with a Ouija board that really you can get the legitimate screams from people, and it's you manufacture your own Ouija board, and you use a metal rimmed cup, and you place that on the board, and instead of having everyone put a finger on the dial, you have this cup sitting in the middle, and everyone else is holding their hands. Now you need a basement for this, and you need to be able to hollow out a section of the floor. So someone underneath with a very strong magnet is moving the cup around.
Hell, fucking no, dude. What the hell? No, I'm not doing this right now, okay? No.
Dude, he's smiling. What the fuck?
I don't know if the camera picked that up, but there was a loud noise coming from the washer and dryer room. I think it was in our garage, but...
Maybe it was the washer and dryer.
Joe Weller. Joe Weller is a British YouTuber who does a lot of vlogs and occasionally does exploration videos. His most well-known exploration video is when he went into a supposedly haunted mental asylum and got chased out by someone or something throwing rocks at him from the darkness. Well, it turns out that throwing rocks weren't the only creepy
His mate, basically.
Or a homeless man.
Someone, something.
Yeah. Why the fuck would you even go into an abandoned insane asylum anyway?
People used to do that here. We had an old condemned hospital that was up for 5 years before they tore it down, and people would go in and look around. It was just a test of courage, kind of stupid bullshit when you were teenagers. And you go into the chapel and people had spray painted crosses upside down or had drawn lightning bolts and all the other things that are associated with Satanism. But the genuine creepiest thing about it was nobody touched the infirmary where the babies would be. If you went up to that floor, everything was just perfectly intact. Everything else was tagged and broken.
Fuck you, Wolf. Fuck you so much.
Wow.
Why? What happened?
This episode is ridiculously cute.
Why? The one with their kiss?
Oh, yeah. Now they're naked. So, that's going pretty quick.
Yeah.
And he's at least 700 years older than her.
At least, right? It's only been 50 years since
50 years since he was thrown from the past.
Right, but the past yeah, that's right. I mean, if we're counting all the years that he skipped when he went to the portal in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Well,
that's the sad thing with Japanese culture, given that whole isolation period. You don't really know what era someone could be from.
Hey, I mean, they're
so cute.
Yeah, they're both legal, so it's all good. Yeah.
It's just an ancient relic having sex with what presumably is someone still in her teens.
No. She's at least 19 or 20
So still in her teens.
Past 18.
Yeah, no, legal, but still ew.
I think Hulk can still smash. Jack can still smash. Anyway. He's going to do it in the next episode, I can tell you that much.
This is just
I'm
stupidly
terrified
cute.
and at the same time tempted to type in Hulk smash into Pornhub search engine and see what I get.
Was playing a game in which he had to guess the faces of YouTubers who had been mixed with the faces of footballers. Someone or something began taunting him. At first, the voice seems to call out something like, "You alright?" and then it seems to shout out the word cheese. When the rocks were thrown, they went to investigate, but there was no one there. In a later video, Weller and his friend went back to the abandoned asylum, and they still couldn't figure out how the person managed to get away so fast without making any sound. It very well could have been a ghost.
No.
Slight flaw in the logic there. Still more likely to be his mate.
I mean, how do we know that there's not a person down there just saying that shit for effect?
Again, I'm sticking with the homeless man hypothesis. He's throwing rocks saying, "You can't have my cheese." All I heard was cheese.
I'm sticking with the dick mate hypothesis. His mate's just a dick.
That's a good one too.
Yep.
Hello? What was that? What do we do here? Calyx and Gundigan. Wait.
Gundigan? I don't get it. Okay, I'm skipping.
Come on, take your trousers down. Who's up in the banter?
Number 3, phase adapt. Alex and a few of his friends decided to visit an abandoned insane asylum. The asylum was actually way out in the middle of the woods, and it looks really sketchy from the start. So pretty much you can tell that the building has a lot of history. There's graffiti everywhere, crazy stuff written on the walls, and the building is pretty much falling apart. They explore for quite a while alongside Eric and Victor, and they're 2 random people they just happen to meet on their way to the asylum. At around 9 minutes and 50 seconds into the video, Adapt brings his camera up to
the music. Ah,
and it looks like there's almost like a
What?
the music that for their first kiss. Oh, that's that's classic.
I knew you would love it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you like that sappy shit. I know.
No, nice music. Hey, and shut up. Nothing wrong with sappy shit.
Oh, it's so cute. It's like a fairy tale.
Oh, fuck. Very murderous fairy tale. Very gory fairy tale.
Yeah.
Those are the best kind. That was good. That was pretty good. Doctor, I recommend watching. That is definitely a good one. That's a keeper.
Yeah, it is.
weird face grinning back at him in the reflection. It's really creepy to look at. Now, we did include this in our scary YouTuber videos, but totally missed out on the fact that there was a literal ghost sighting in the video.
Cabinet. Looks like this was like a stove or something right here. Nice little house. Definitely a nice setup they got going on here. They even got a closet. Imagine if someone just stick their fucking head up here and scream. That's fucking scary. What does that say?
Okay, you know what? Fuck this. This is lying.
Why are you watching these like clickbaity videos?
I don't know. I thought there was something worthwhile to it.
That's rather clickbait. It's all bull.
No. I guess. Who's that Muslim apologist? That guy that's like a doctor or something. Zakir Naik or yeah, that guy. Okay. Zakir Naik on science.
In the field of
Okay, science and Quran. Okay, Dr. Zakir Naik demonstrates God by comparing the Quran with science or something.
in the field of oceanology, previously we knew that there was two types of water, salt and sweet. But the Quran says in Surah Furqan, chapter 25, verse number 53, that it is He who has let free two bodies of flowing water, one sweet and palatable, the other salty and bitter. Though they meet, they do not mix. There is a barrier which is forbidden to be trespassed. We knew that there were two types of water, but what does the Quran mean there is a barrier which is forbidden to be trespassed? Today we know that whenever one type of water flows into the other type of water, it loses its constituents and gets homogenized into the water it flows. This homogenizing area is called as a barrier, a barzakh in the Quran. Quran mentioned this for
What are we
details.
listening to?
This like Islamic scholar dude who's talking about how I don't know, I think science is in the Quran or something like that.
Yeah, so it's in the Bible and it's in certain texts of the Torah, but who cares? Like, it's a hit and miss.
I mean,
Just playing the
honestly,
odds.
like honestly, like I mean, but by the time like Islam was being founded and shit like that, there was already a composite of general scientific knowledge around that time, around like
Oh yeah, they had knowledge of advanced mathematics, and well, they already understood the concept of geocentrism. So
yeah, and also astronomy and a bunch of other stuff. I mean, it's not really difficult to understand. I mean, Muhammad was a trader by like a merchant tradesman by practice, so it's not really surprising that when he traded with other people, like this knowledge became more apparent in the Arabic world. So not really all that surprising.
oh boy. Well,
Quran mentions about biology. It's mentioned for Anbiya, chapter number 21, verse number 30. وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ أَفَلَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. We have created every living thing from water. Will you not then believe? Who could have believed in the desert of Arabia that everything is made from water? Today science tells us that every living thing is made from water.
uh-huh.
I don't get it. If he accepts that, I mean, I don't get how he could have a problem with evolution.
I don't listen. It's all about convincing the audience to your way of thinking. It's whatever.
I guess. Brother makes a good point.
Hey! I heard that, making fun of my Muslim brothers from across the pond. I heard that.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're Bosnian.
Yeah, you piece of shit. Allah Akbar to you too.
Man.
Jesus. That was a good Samurai Jack episode. That was well worth. That was well worth. Wait. Now I just have to wait for the new episodes of Steven Universe to come out, and I'm pretty much a happy duck. Won't be for a while, I think, right? That's until May, right, Doctor? Isn't the new episodes like later in May? Oh no, that's right. He went to go do stuff. I don't know when that is though. Should look it up. I'm too lazy. Way too lazy for that.
So, boss,
How'd that happen?
I just called a guy all the way down with bottom pair. And I won, of course. I knew he was bluffing.
Oh god, I can't win. I can never win with that. With stuff like that. Can't play cards to save my life.
Just takes a little bit of time, that's all.
A little bit of time, that's being modest.
But it took me about years, really, to get started, and then another 2 to master. Well, not master it, but get to the point where I could win.
All right, I'm back. Fuck, I was answering the door. All right, more of this shit.
I'll visit you? I thought you were just a cave troll. What is this?
Was it the Mormons?
The what?
The Mormons.
The Mormons. Jehovah's Witnesses probably would be closer to what you get. I had, would you believe, in the leafy suburbs of London, I did have Mormons call at my door in November. And yeah, it just started snowing. And they called in their suits. Very, very lovely chaps. And yeah, they had quite thick skins, obviously, because we must have chatted for half an hour. Yeah. As I say, it was snowing. Yeah.
Well, there's a Jehovah Witness church a few blocks away from my apartment. Let's just say there's a reason why they don't come to my door anymore.
Too many pizzas?
Oh, I fuck with them. I fuck with them pretty hard. Every time they come over, I'm a new thing. So before I went with a Muslim thing for a while, and I started arguing with them. Then when they came back, I converted to Judaism. And when they came back, I was I forgot. I think it was a hedonist. No, I wasn't. What was I talking about? Yeah, I was always some new shit. Around the 4th or 5th time, They were like, okay, this is you're trolling. I was like, yeah, well, you came to my door. That's a week.
The same people.
Yeah, it's it was always the same people. They get like a block because I'm so close to them. It's always the same young guys. You know, they're probably a little younger than I am.
Will look like.
That come over, and they're always saying the same thing. Oh, what are you today? You know.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I
like
fuck with them.
it.
And then they're just like, nope, we know not to come by this way anymore.
That's funny. I actually didn't even think of that.
Oh, it was really fun.
Yeah,
I mean, it's more fun getting a reaction telling people that I'm a Satanist. I literally do. I'm not even joking about that.
I'm trying to figure out what's I probably know what Antifa is, but for whatever reason, it's escaping my mind.
Antifa. That's I think that.
Oh, yeah.
What's that? Is that the anti Trump group or something?
Hmm.
I remember it happening in Berkeley.
No, there's apparently protests going on right now. I see the live stream recommendations for it.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at this Golden State Times. You want to watch some of it?
I'm gonna go for it.
Sure.
Yep. Sing. Ugh.
So nobody's clarifying what they're protesting?
I don't. New President Donald Trump rally.
So it's about 5 o'clock right now. Maybe an hour earlier, the second line parade came. Maybe several hundred people on their side, maybe 100 on the other side. There's been some heated arguments, lots of racial slurs thrown, but thankfully there have been no physical confrontations up to this point, no arrests. The crowd seems to be dispersing. Now it's scattered.
All right, so I'm gonna switch it over maybe to another one. Hopefully, we have something else going on while this idiot speaks. He looks like a beta male, anyway. So.
Oh God! Seriously?
Yeah, you sound like a beta male,
look
mate.
like?
A beta male sounds like that guy that just said that. You know, funny in the voice.
But I don't. That's the part that I never understand. Like this beta male cuck shit keeps getting thrown around. At some point, I just find it funny, so I just start saying random things too, hoping that a certain string of these nonsensical slurs will sound funny or particularly sting-worthy to somebody, and it works. But I'm literally just babbling, right? It's whatever shit I've heard, and it's like, oh, sick dis, what the fuck does it even mean?
Yeah, sick diss though. That's obvious. That one, right?
Jesus. Well, for you, are you a beta male cuck?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Only with girls half my age.
Oh, okay. So it's anti-fascism. It's Antifa for short. It's opposition to fascist ideologies, groups, and individuals. The anti-fascist movement began in a few European countries in the 1920s and eventually spread to other countries around the world.
I don't. How are there anti-fascist protests, right? So people who are obviously protesting fascism, right? And then there are people who are supporting it?
The alt-right or something like that.
Oh, God.
The alt-right are the wannabe fascists, and the Antifa are the
normal people.
Yeah.
God, I was just having this conversation with my cousin too. I'm trying to explain to her what it means to be fascist. Oh God. Antifa in New Orleans could turn into a micro pocket civil war Sunday. What the fuck?
Okay, middle. I can see why it exists. We'll just go with that.
So it's just anti-fascist. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Different vantage point.
Confederate flags and shit.
Really stop yelling.
Uh,
Someone, I don't know if you guys can hear it anymore, but someone was playing. I have my and you know, people have definitely moved kind of back from each other, but it doesn't appear that people are leaving completely. Although, as I say that, a large group of the taken down people
Antifa are terrorists. Okay.
starting to mobilize away, it seems, or maybe around the circle.
Those are the people who need to be held accountable. That's who the FBI needs to investigate.
What is this white? There's white Confederate flags? What is that? It's got the Confederate cross, right? But it's in black, but the cross is in black and the background's in white. What is that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna do one more circle and see if it's.
I have a feeling these guys are like alt-right.
We may sign off for now and just. You know,
They're fucking supporting the Confederate flag and they're spamming fucking Pepe Le Pew memes and the fucking thing. Not Pepe Le Pew, fucking the frog. I forgot what it is. It's Pepe, isn't it? The frog? Pepe the frog?
Yeah. Pepe the Frog.
Yeah. That's been hijacked for alt-right people, so.
Yeah.
you know, this guy even looks like he's kind of catching a
Hang on.
grass. Which it is, you know,
Antifa.
here, so.
Louisiana. You got the U. Louisiana.
Liberty Rush.
It's going down for real.
One last confrontation that stands.
Okay, so this is a rally against Antifa. And trying to
Okay,
get
I am unbelievably confused right now.
What?
So racists are having a protest supporting racists and anti-people who are against fascists.
I guess, yeah.
Wow. That looks disorganized as fuck. Jesus. Ah, it's because of the cop line. Never mind.
So that's what that is. It's basically some fascists, wannabe fascists going against non-fascists, trying to get the non-fascist labeled as a terrorist group.
Oh, which is why they're obviously websites that are supporting them are having the clickbaity title of Antifa is going to burn us. Very clickbaity.
Yeah, like they're trying to bootstrap that persecution complex and make them seem like they're the victims and they're the ones with a noble message. So, yeah.
What a time to be alive, right?
Yep.
Makes me glad to be Canadian.
Thank God I have dual citizenship. I can get the fuck out whenever I want.
Let me take a stab at where you have dual citizenship for, and do you really want to go back there?
Listen, I would rather take the 60% unemployment rate among young adults than listen to this racist shit, really.
Well, there are other options apart from that and Eastern Europe.
To be fair, Bosnia is fighting for to get into the European Union, so my passport totally valid if we get it.
You could sell it on the black market.
I don't want to see the
I don't know what these guys are arguing about.
I was gonna say something really rude. Thank God I stopped.
Never stopped me before.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at other shit, so I'm like getting pretty jaded at listening to this racist shit, honestly.
Well, anything you say, I can say worse. So let's put it that way.
I'll know to look at you when I feel like I really want to say something mean, but I just don't want it to come out of my mouth.
Yeah. Shall we open the racist door?
Fucking all these white people.
It's the name of a terrible kid show.
Yeah.
Well, I think what we learned from Tommy Sotomayor and from the alt-right is anyone could be, racist and stupid. It just takes the right amount of ignorance.
Not according to SJWs. You can only be racist if you're white.
Because power.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Reasons don't fucking matter.
Listen, I find white people racism more abhorrent than black people racism. That's just a personal opinion.
No, I totally get that. But
yeah.
The idea that it's like, oh, you can't be racist if you're a part of a minority.
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous.
It is.
Yeah,
I know where it stems from, and I also know that it's a bastardization of it. But I still hear it repeated a whole lot. I got into lovely conversation with somebody from Steve's little fan base. One of his patrons came and decided to challenge me on racism, and he did not like that.
Yeah, that's why I threw out that qualifier, but I got a new video that I think we can enjoy. What humans will look like in 1,000 years.
Nothing, because we'll all be dead after Donald Trump declares war on the sea.
In 1,000 years. Humans are still evolving.
Mocha.
So take us in 1,000 years.
Mocha, I want to never have to be tan again. Mocha.
How are you doing?
And I'm trying to bet to see what skin color we're gonna be. I'm hoping mocha. That way we never have an excuse to tan.
Oh, cool.
Chinese. We're going to be at least half Chinese, right?
I mean, they're what, they make up a significant portion of the population. They have like what, 2 billion people on their fucking country? I don't know, some shit like that.
Yeah, I think they're about a third or something because of the population of the planet or some shit.
Yeah, they basically, up until the 14th century, went out and explored the world, then went home and just bred ferociously. And that's the history of the Chinese.
I've already seen a boom in height over the last 130 years. In 1880, the average American male was 5'7". Today, he's 5'10". We may also merge with machines that can enhance our hearing, eyesight,
patriarchy,
and much more. Right now, there are hearing aids that let you record sounds, generate white noise, and even come with a built-in phone.
They even call it white noise.
Okay.
It's called Bluetooth, you fuck.
They even call it white noise.
So basically, if everything goes according to plan, we'll be taller, technically enhanced cyborgs.
Yeah, basically think Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
Hannah, what do you think about that?
I'm fine with that as long as we don't develop strong AI.
There's loads of jokes there, but I just can't go there.
Oh, go there.
Can't. I really can't.
I fucking hate AI.
I love it. It's incredible. Yep. Fuck me. I hate programming those shit stuff.
Even weak AI. It's like, oh, I got a new computer, I got a new phone or something. Nope, turning off that little helper.
Oh god. I always like want one that has a self-learning algorithm to be a little bit more expedient than it is. And then I think, no, I'm gonna regret this. I'm just gonna not do that.
Like, oh, let's make this thing self-learning and then attach it to the internet and see what happens.
All right, I'm back.
I usually just flood Twitter with really bad Twitter bots and then see how good it goes.
All right, I'm back.
As an example,
let's continue with this.
That they tried to put on Jeopardy.
Is a team out of the University of Oregon, which is developing bionic eyes that help the blind to see. But it's not impossible to imagine that this technology could become a tool for seeing what we currently consider invisible. like different energies of light, such as infrared and X-rays. There will eventually be a day where prosthetics are no longer just for the disabled. However, it's not just our outside appearance that will change.
I want a bionic arm.
So basically, we'll come to a day where clothing is effectively useless at concealing your naughty bits.
Yes, I want one bionic arm. That's it. They can
Yeah.
deal with the rest of it.
I think I want a hydraulic penis.
It's already whatever.
It's already one of those, Wolf. I was going to say strong AI. Do you mean artificial insemination? In which case, we're just talking erections again, right?
Little shit.
I swear we're at the height of the modern age and with science in 2017, but we haven't evolved past dick jokes.
Nope.
Never.
Never get
evolved past that.
Yeah, and anus jokes, butt plug jokes are extremely funny at the moment. I've heard.
Yeah.
Butt plug jokes. Those are classic.
For example,
They certainly
Anything
fill you up.
surrounding butt is classic.
discovered a group of HIV-infected children in South Africa living healthy lives. It turns out they have a built-in defense against HIV that prevents the virus from advancing to AIDS. And with gene editing tools like CRISPR, we may eventually control our genes and DNA to the point where we make ourselves immune to disease and even reverse the effects of aging. Another way to jumpstart the human evolution on a different path is to move some of us to Mars. Mars receives 66% less sunlight than Earth, which can mean humans on Mars will evolve larger pupils that can absorb more light in order to see. And since Mars's gravitational pull is only 38% of Earth's, people born on Mars might actually be taller than anyone on Earth.
Oh god, if they were ever traveled back to Earth, that would be painful.
Probably, yeah.
It's forced decompression of the bones and
Why would you? If we get to a point where the Mars colony could travel back to Earth, Earth would just be a wasteland.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Expands, which led American aerospace engineer Robert Zubrin to suggest that Mars's low gravity could allow the human spine to elongate enough to add a few extra inches to our height. However, not even a move to Mars could spark the biggest change in human evolution that we may have coming in the next 1,000 years: immortality. The path to immortality will likely require humans to download their consciousness to a machine.
This is a video game. Fuck that.
Italy and China
No, not possible.
This is just like a video game called Soma. Fuck that.
It's
I was gonna
also
say someone's
not logically possible.
Someone's watched a little too much Star Trek, I feel.
The theory is that really every human being takes about 2 gigs worth of data, right? Everything that comprises you from, let's say, DNA sequencing to habits to behavior, stuff like that. It's roughly just 2 gigabytes. So they hypothesize very loosely that
They conjectured
very loosely that they can artificially create a domain where they can upload a digital copy of you, right, including personality, whatever, and you can then live out your life in that computer, in that domain, whatever it is.
Except it's a copy.
Yes, not you.
Died.
Yes. You are dead,
Still.
and there's a piece of you, a copy of you that lives on, absent of a human body.
There is something that personality-wise is the same as you, but qualitatively speaking is completely different from you.
Yep.
And it lives on.
So you're like a virtual clone.
No, you're nothing. You're dead.
You don't understand. You don't magically transfer out of your body into the new domain, right? They just allow you to die, and they just take care of your virtual copy.
So like your okay.
You die. You die. So let's say I'll sit in a chair right now. They take a scan, and they get the 2 gigs of data. They'll just take those 2 gigs of data while I'm sitting in a chair, completely awake and aware, and upload it somewhere, a domain or a server or whatever. And I'll continue walking around living my life until I die, but they'll always have that 2 gigs of me, of that data, that they'll do whatever they want with.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yes.
All right.
Transplants on animals to determine if you can transfer consciousness from one body to another.
Okay.
The next big step is to transplant human heads. Whatever happens in the next 1,000 years, whether we merge with machines or become them, one thing is certain. The human race is always changing, and the faster we change and branch out from Earth, the better chance we have of outrunning extinction.
Looks like we won't be wearing much clothes either.
CRISPR in the outside chat. Hannah, I don't like the totalitarian bigots near me. I'm moving closer to Russia. Yeah, I guess that is what it sounds like.
I don't know. He could probably be taken into Canada under some kind of like weird refugee law that we have.
The way I think of it, I think Trump's going to eventually get bored with it and just come up with a way to sneak out of being the president. That's just the only way. I think he's just getting too bored with it because he expects anytime he does something with foreign policy or some shit.
Bored with it. Like the fucker thought that it would be easy. It's too hard for him.
That is really loud. Stop. There we go.
Yeah. I don't know. I honestly think it's going to take him and just a revitalization of like the progressive side that will actually see some kind of major change in the zeitgeist of the West, the United States.
That's provided he doesn't launch nukes in the next 3 years.
Yeah, we're
so
hoping,
pessimistic.
We're hoping that whatever.
I am very pessimistic about this shit. Reality has reached rock bottom, in my opinion.
Oh, I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Our respective world leaders could get together, and the only meaningful conversation that they could have with one another is about what hair products they have.
Listen,
that is
I
how
promise
shit things have become.
Well, I mean, in Trump's case,
you take this way too seriously. I'm enjoying it.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, in Trump's case, his wig is gonna be kind of exempt from that topic. But go ahead, Vanna.
Oh, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. You see, like I've had this argument with a close friend of mine who also happens to be Bosnian. Funny enough, and he's a gay guy who voted for Trump. Thinks that the Muslim ban is morally correct and legal. Second Amendment, woohoo, like the whole shebang, and it's amazing.
So I wonder which side he came down on in the Civil War.
The best part about it, it's like you voted for Trump, you deal with it. The best part, he does rely on Obamacare. So I'm sitting here laughing my ass off because I'm uninsured, so I'm screwed no matter what, right?
That is the thing that I enjoy about it. Yeah.
Yep, I have to pay a penalty. That's fine, whatever. But he relies a lot more on Obamacare than I do. So I'm sitting back laughing my ass off going, this is what it takes for people to realize this shit is not a good idea because none of us can remember history quite that well. Or don't remember history class. So anti-fascists? What's wrong with fascism, really? Let's try it out. Why not? Oh, that's going to be good. I laugh.
Yeah, but you know you're kind of in a weird-ass situation where new generation fascists are labeling people that oppose them as fascists, for lack of a better term, and trying to thereby label them a terrorist group. It's kind of a weird ass fuck moment. I don't know if the whole thing's being trolled or like whatever.
That's when at that point you just troll them. You go, what's wrong with fascism? Makes everyone better. In my view, your kind of fascism just fucks people over. So my fascism wins.
Listen, if you wanna have a fascism fight, let's do this. Let's just pick a country and go at it.
Well, apparently I live in Nazi Canada now, so I'll defend that one with my socialized medicine.
How dare you?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's been a pretty decent hangout for now. I'm just gonna take it offline. I'd like to thank everyone who was involved. I'd like to thank my audience. This has been Wolf King Pandemonium Revisited. If you like this video, you know what to do. And peace out. Later, guys.